What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert. Oh yeah, guys, so we're here on our space station, still orbiting above Mercury. That's right, guys. So last episode, we set up our space station, we set up our warp core, and we set up our warp controller. We were able to get to Mercury, and we finally found some of the glowstone clathrate, I think is what it's called. Anyway, we still have two more of these different types of clathrates that we need to find, and they are located on different planets. So for instance, this resonant clathrate, this is going to be our next go-to. This is found on Mars, Kepler 0119, Kelt 3, and Phylaca? I'm not sure how you pronounce that actually. So I was kind of playing around with our warp controller over here. If we do select planet, right? And then we click up. Yeah, we can see all of these different stars. So we're on Sol, that's our planet, or I guess our solar system, right? We have Proxima Centauri, we have HD 63776, and then HD 42176. I guess they're lazy and didn't want to actually name these things. But if we double click onto this one, for instance, you can see there are more planets here. I've already forgot which planet we wanted to go to for this stuff. So Mars, Kepler, Kelt. Let's just go to Mars. We'll keep it within the solar system. So we'll do select planet. Let's go up and we'll select Sol. Okay, and then we just gotta find Mars because my list doesn't really work too well. There it is, Mars. So we'll just double click on that. Yep, and then we'll select it. Cool. So it's gonna cost us 124 dilithium to warp to Mars. I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we are off. Now I did test that our advanced dislocator does warp us back to our base and to the space station. And I did check that we can warp to Mars and back to the space station, all that. So that's all fine. So all we really got to do is just get to Mars, set another waypoint in our advanced dislocator, and then we should be good to go for always going back there if we need more stuff. Again, this is going to take a minute for us to get there, so we're going to go ahead and be right back. All right, guys, so we're above Mars and now we are descending. Yeah, so this is very similar to what we did last episode. It looks like there's not a lot of lava on the mini map, as you can see. So yeah, this should be a relatively safe landing. Now, as we saw when we got to Mars previously, there was a dragon there that started to attack us. I assume there's probably gonna be dragons on this planet too, but I don't know if we're gonna have a dragon like right where we land. Hopefully not. So this is called Hot Dry Rock is the biome. You can see that underneath the mini map. So I assume this is going to be like a desert or a mesa style place. Okay. So we're almost to the surface here. And yeah, we are looking for the Energized Clathrate. So we're probably going to do the same thing that we did before, is just kind of do a hole down to the center of the planet and then just start doing 11 by 11 mining with our Draconic Staff of Power. Now on Mars there weren't any mobs. I'm not sure if there are any mobs here. There might not be any mobs on the planets that don't have atmosphere in this mod. I'm not exactly sure. So again, I'll put a waypoint here, new. We'll call this rocket, just so we know where our rocket is. And I will come a little ways away from there and set a new warp. So we are currently on Mars. We'll add new Mars. Commit, lock it. I spelled that wrong, didn't I? I put an E on there. So let's unlock it. Rename Mars. Commit. Okay, there we go. A little bit better. Marsy. Anyway, so now that we're on this planet, we can go back to here, go into our world gen. And on Mars, it says anywhere between 25 and 50. So it looks like there's a peak at around 32 or so. So yeah, we'll go ahead and set our Draconic Staff of Power back up to the maximum settings. I turn it back down after I was done digging. It's just always good practice so you don't accidentally your base or your space station. And then dig depth, we want that to be all the way up as well. Cool, so we'll do an 11 by 11. I'm just gonna drill all the way down. Looks like we got some of the stuff that we're looking for. I'll go down just a little bit further here. Oh yeah, and that's gonna be kind of a problem. Okay, so I don't want it to warp me around. I'll just put all this stuff into our applied energistics system. Try and grab some more of that. Okay, and put all this into our AE system. Cool. Yeah, this stuff, it doesn't actually make the source blocks, I don't think. I think it just makes like really annoying flowing liquid that goes away. Anyway, so we need to do the same thing and just keep going forward here, collecting the stuff as we go. I'm not gonna bother stopping, just gonna keep going, collecting that clathrate. Oh yeah, and if it touches you, it does kind of warp you around a little bit, so that's kind of a problem as well. Anyway, let me go and collect a bunch of this clathrate, and I'll meet you back on the space station. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I grabbed... Yeah, this is the problem that I had with the torches before. I went ahead and I grabbed our digital miner, and I silk touched one of these resonant endstones, and I set it as an item stack filter, and the digital miner is able to mine this. I don't know why it wasn't able to mine the other stuff. I'm going to go back to Mercury here and see if I can put an item stack filter and see if we can get it that way. It definitely was not mining the ore clathrate glowstone previously, but maybe if I grab one of the ores and set it manually, we can do that. That'd definitely make our life a lot easier here anyway. So yeah, we're able to grab many stacks of this, then we can use our builders to automatically forge in this stuff for us. It's probably going to make a bit of a mess, and we're going to want to like contain it so these fluids don't go everywhere. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot nicer than having to like drill through all of this area and then just have like the ore pieces plus all the different ores and other such stuffs. Anyway, yeah, just thought I'd point that out, that this seems to be easier, and as long as you can grab one with silk touch and set it as an item stack, it seems to work just fine. Well, I went back to Mercury and I silk touched some of these energized netherracks, and I did the same thing like I was able to do with the I guess the resonant ores. Yeah, it's still not able to find the energized netherrack. I'm not exactly sure why, but it doesn't seem like this works with the digital miner at all. So nah, that's fine. We have one that we have to do by hand. So anyway, our next stop is we need to get this destabilized clathrate. And this stuff you can find on Terra Nova, Europa, Kelt, 2AB, Proxima B, or Stella. Let's just do Terra Nova. I think that should be just fine. So if we go select planet, we want to go up. And I think it was Proxima Centauri was Terra Nova. Let me take a look here. Yeah, right here. So let's go to this planet. Looks kind of like Earth, I guess. So we will select it. And this costs 500 fuel to go there. We should still have plenty of fuel remaining. Yeah, stacks on stacks. And then we still have more at the base being made. Actually, if we look at dilithium, we still have a bunch more here. We can fill up our drawer even more. There we go. Okay, so let's go Terra Nova. Warp. Cool. So, again, this is going to take a little bit of time, so I will see you guys when we're landing on Terra Nova. Ooh, well, this planet seems a little bit more interesting anyway. Yeah, so this is Terra Nova. Awesome. So, get off the rocket. Again, we will set our waypoint here, just so we know where it is. Aha. So, Terra Nova. We have a bluish sky with some purplish fog. The sun seems purple. So we have overgrown stone, gravel, stone, cobblestone. Interesting. Okay, well, definitely a different planet. This is sugar maple. Okay, cool. Well, we are here specifically to get ourselves some of the destabilized clathrates. So again, we need to check where this spawns on Terra Nova. So it says between 18 and 29, so it's a little bit more specific. So let's go all the way down. So we are at Y30. Wait, was that it? Some right there? Oh yeah, that's some right there. Cool. So destabilized redstone ore. So the very first thing that I want to do is see if we can get our digital miner to do this, because if we can do if we can do a lot less mining, that would probably be preferred, right? So digital miner, our flux point, and I need something to set this thing on. We'll set it right on top of this flower because that makes sense. And this is Minecraft. Oh, okay. I guess that flower turned into a tall one. Does my astral sorcery thing make these flowers grow like that? It must. Anyway, so we want, well, let's go ahead and give this thing power first of all, and config, new filter, item stack, destabilized redstone ore, save. Okay, I think that's what we're looking for, right? That's where the destabilized clathrate comes from. So we have that done, and if we click start, it doesn't see anything. So reset, config, this one, fuzzy mode, yes. I don't know what require placement means. We'll try setting some of these things, start. It still doesn't like it. If we go in there, let's reset. Let's get rid of some of these other ones. Like this one right here. This is all the different clathrates. Let's delete this and we'll put this one first. I'm guessing it's still not going to work. The other one worked fine. But yeah, this one for whatever reason, it just doesn't like it. Okay, so we're going to have to mine this one by hand as well. That's too bad. All right, well, anyway, we give it a try. We know where the ores are. It's in a lot tighter of an area. So all we got to do is just come through here, set our staff of power all the way up. Or did I not change it? No, I did. So 11 by 11 by 11. Cool. All right, let's destroy the world. All right, guys. So here we are back in the overworld. We're going to try and get the clathrates out of these destabilized redstone ores. I put pressure plates around because when we mine those ores, I do believe that it's going to put the destabilized redstone, the fluid everywhere. Yeah, I kind of want to contain that a little bit with these things. So yeah, that's the idea here. This should be ready to go everywhere within, we look at the preview here, everything should have a block preventing that from spreading outside this area. So I think we should be okay. Let's go ahead and try and swap out that for this and see what happens here. Why is that not filling up? Do we not have channels? I am confused on what's going on. Okay, so it is showing here. Now if I do that, okay. Well, it doesn't look like we're getting the redstone fluid everywhere. I was kind of concerned that we would, but yeah, we're getting plenty of the clathrate. That's fantastic. Okay, and then I just left these guys over here, which for whatever reason, it always leaves them there. I'm not sure if we do this, place them there, and those are not going to get mined for some reason. Why not? Okay, I'm not sure what the deal is. All right, so I was kind of afraid that, yeah, if you mine it by hand, it like spills a destabilized redstone everywhere. It looks like if you do it this way, it doesn't. So that is quite nice. So we ended up with 10,000 of the destabilized clathrates. So we need the ender ore, whichever one those are called, resonant endstone, this stuff. So we need to do the same thing here. Swap that out. And I guess I need to do that. All right. So yeah, we're getting plenty of the resonant clathrates there. Cool. So I'll mine these up and I'll put it back into here. And it's gone. Okay. Yeah, I guess this particular builder here won't forge anything that's like directly right next to it. I guess it is trying to like prevent you from mining its own power source or power cables or something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure what the deal is, but yeah, that's a thing. So anyway, we have these clathrates now, and that was pretty much our goal, was to do that. So that was one of the harder parts of getting the quantum, well, I guess the angel site going here. We still do have to make a quantum entangled singularity, and this is one of those hard things that you need to do in this mod pack. Now, there is pretty much an easy way to do it if we have everything available at our disposal. I'm not entirely sure. It does require actually additions lasers, the fluid laser relay, and it looks like those are available to craft in this pack. Do we have any of the laser relays? Oh, we already have those available. We haven't done this already, have we? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so we need to get ourselves a sink, which we should be able to extract water out of. And then we need to get ourselves the item from Applied Energistics, which will create the singularities. And I can never remember the name of it. So now I'm going to have to go through here real quick and try and find it. Is it the matter condenser? I think it is the matter condenser. And we have not made one of those. I was just double checking. So in order to make a matter condenser, oh boy, we need 10,000 pistons and an elite compressing factory inside a quantum compressor. What? Okay, that's interesting. So let's make 10,000 pistons. See if we can make 10,000 of those. And we cannot. Wow, 14,000 treated wood planks. Okay, well, we got some stuff ahead of us here. Now, previously, we did have a bunch of creosote being generated over there. And we should still have that tank somewhere with all the creosote in it. Oh yeah, 2,400 buckets. I think that's a little bit. So we have this here. We can place this like this, and then we just need some wood, oak logs. Can I craft like a couple thousand of those? That'll be great. Okay, so we'll just do this 8 stacks at a time. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Actually, is it planks? Yeah, you have to do it with the planks, not the logs. Okay, so we have quite a bit of this stuff. Okay, so I should just be able to shift click this stuff in there. Wait, what happened to the other? What? Not sure what happened. Oh, you only get 2 stacks per, right. I was thinking you get 4 per. All right, there we go. So there is a bunch of the treated wood planks. So I just got to do that a few times. We have plenty of creosote. Let me go ahead and do that, make the pistons, and then we'll convert one of our quantum compressors down here to accept pistons only. And then we'll set it so the export bus does not craft. It'll only export existing items. That way we'll just put 10,000 in there and we'll be good to go. Oh my goodness, guys. So that chewed through like quite a bit of our creosote oil that we had available here. Oh, you know what? I put that thing away. Tank? Yeah, so our creosote oil, where is it at? Liquid meat, creosote. Yeah, we're down to 544. That was all the way full, 2,400. So we used quite a bit of the existing creosote that we had. So this thing should be about done pumping in. Oh yeah, now it's doing the actual crafting. So yeah, we put 10,000 pistons in there. Man, that used so much of all of our resources, like so much aluminum we had going into that, and so much of the, what was it, like 14,000 of the treated wood planks? Yeah, there was so much of that stuff. So I did make a brand new elite compressing factory, the basic, the advanced, and the elite tier installer. Well, I guess I made the osmium compressor and then did the installers onto that. But yeah, it looks like we're pretty much good to go here. That should be crafting the matter condenser. And once we have that available, we should start being able to make the quantum singularities, which is going to be very helpful. Okay, so we are about done. There it is. Cool. Matter condenser. So we don't need this anymore. We don't need that anymore. Okay, don't break those things while you're floating. And we don't need this anymore. So this guy, this quantum compressor, I did steal from over here. I'll just set that back. Cool. So that's back where it needs to be. This, oh, you know what? I do need the crystal teen thingy put in there. Okay. And then we don't need this stuff anymore. Okay. So these are the items that we do need. We are going to need to get ourselves, I believe, a compass. All right. So we have a compass, and then we also need a laser wrench. If we don't have one of those already, it looks like we do not. Actually, this guy, laser wrench. So that is an advanced coil plus 2 Anori crystals. Easy. Okay, so pretty much the setup for making these is you place down a sink, you place down your matter condenser a couple blocks away, you do a laser relay this way and this way. So you have to use a compass on it to change the flow. So this says only into adjacent blocks, and this one says only out of adjacent blocks. Now, one more thing we do need is a 64K storage cell. So let's go ahead and craft that up. That's actually probably going to take a little bit of time here. I'm not sure if I've ever tested how long this takes. I guess we're just waiting on the calculation processors. Is that what's going on? No, actually. Looks like we're just waiting on the pure circuits, and then we'll have this thing crafted up. We already have a bunch of the processors ready to go. Cool, that's it. Awesome. 64K guy goes right into this slot. We need to set this to condense into matter balls, condense into singularities, right? So we're going to be taking water, pushing it into our matter condenser, and we should be able to be making singularities quite quickly. So let's try this. We click here, and there's a stack of singularities, ladies and gentlemen. So normally it's one item per stored energy, right? So you'd have to put in 256 items, 256,000 items, like 256,000 cobblestone or whatever. But thanks to the fact that you can pump fluid in there, the sink has unlimited fluid, and we can transfer that pretty much unlimited speed through the fluid laser relay. It's a very cheaty way to get these singularities. I like it. So, yep. We can just sit here and like store them into some kind of a drawer or whatever. I'm not really sure how many of these we are going to need, but it does look like we need those for the Infinity Booster cards if we're going to be making those. Pretty sure we're not going to be making those because it also requires a 1024K ME storage component. Does this just give you... Actually, we might be able to do that. Is this the one that gives you like the ability to use the booster card forever, or is this the one that just gives it the infinity power? I'm not sure how this works. I think that might be just the one card to rule them all, right? So infinity booster, since that is a thing that we can do, we might want to look at doing that. So, ooh. Do we even have patterns for that, I wonder? That's a 1024. Looks like we have a thing to craft it. You know what? We might want to work towards this, but before I tell it to craft these ME Quantum Link Chambers, Infused Ender Pearl, that's fine. Fluix Pearl, that's fine. Quantum Entangolo Porter, I'm not did we make those already? We might have. Teleporter Frames, yeah, that's all fine. Teleporter, the Heart, Matter Beam, okay. I think we're good to go on this. Vibrant Quartz Glass, yeah. All right, well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and tell it to make one of those 1024 storage components. This is going to take a little bit of time to process, but this will allow us to, for sure, be able to use our wireless thing anywhere at any range, if this is what I think it is, and not just like the wireless power energy thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and let this thing finish up, and we will try and make one of these guys. All right, guys, so we were able to create our Quantum Link Chambers and this 1024 ME storage. Yep, so we have all of these things done. I just had to make a pattern for this Infused Ender Pearl, and now everything else is auto-craftable. So the next thing is we have to make these Inglesite things. So we're going to make this prescient crystal. I guess that's how you pronounce it. So that has to be done in the Soul Binder. It does require 8 levels of experience, and it requires a shulker and a soul vial, plus a vibrant crystal. So I made patterns for the vibrant crystal. I made patterns for making the vibrant alloy nuggets. Yep, so we didn't have those before. So everything should be auto-craftable for this guy now, but we need to get the experience in there. So I came over here and I put an ME interface, and I have the pattern in this thing to create it. But yeah, we need to get the experience. So I think what we're going to do, let's do a fluid export. Grab one of these guys. This should be just fine. And then we need to get fluid into this thing, some kind of liquid XP. So I was thinking we should move this experience pylon we've had here for forever. We could just use the XP that's in here to feed our soul binder over there. I think that'll be just fine. So let's just go ahead and move this thing. I was going to make another one, but honestly, I don't really think that is necessary to do. Yep. So anyway, we'll move this thing over here. We can just stick it right like that, I guess, or we can find another home for it. But I would like it easily accessible, so when we need experience, we can access it. We are also going to need to get ourselves a fluid storage bus. Yep, one of these guys. So we should craft one of those up. So this should be able to store the XP juice that we're going to be creating in our ME network, and then we should be able to export it right here, is pretty much the idea that we need to do. So that and that should be fine. And how do we want to do this? Yeah, we got kind of a loop going on here with all these different connections. I think I want to break this connection here. Otherwise, channels can get a little funky if you don't pay attention to where your connections are. So I'll place that here. So we have a dense cable that's connecting to these interfaces, and this cable can do 8 channels. So as long as we only have 8 things here, we should be fine. And then we can do 8 more this way. But if we have that connected here, this will start like grabbing some of these other things, and it'll say there's not enough channels. And anyway, you just want to make sure you're keeping things separated appropriately. So we should be fine here now. We're currently using 9 channels. Yeah, we should be good. Okay, so now what we want to do is see what kind of fluid this is. I guess that's just liquid XP. Let me grab another bucket. Yeah, we'll just craft one real fast. That should be okay. Let me bucket this out of here. So that says liquid XP bucket. If I put it right like that, we should be exporting XP into this thing. Maybe I have to set a setting on here so it will do that. Yeah, let's try. So if I configure the IO and we look at the back, we want to set this to pull, push, pull. Maybe that fluid is not the kind of fluid that it's looking for. We might have to or dictionary convert this so it's some kind of fluid that Ender IO knows. That's a possibility. There is also the Ender IO thing where you can store experience. And I can't remember the name of that. It's just experience obelisk, I think. Ender. Yeah, maybe one of these. Maybe we can pipe the fluid into the experience obelisk. Or I could fill this up manually and then we can pipe that in there. Either way, that should be fine as well. Experience rod, that's just... Actually, have we ever made one of those? I guess we haven't made one of those. I was just double checking. So experience rod. Okay, so we need energetic alloy. Yeah, let's make up like 10 of those. That should be fine. That should craft up quite quickly. All right, so there's the experience rod. And okay, so now we're missing a soul machine chassis and a fluid tank. Fluid tank is easy. That's ready to go. And then a soul machine chassis. I guess we do not have that on AutoCraft. I kind of thought we did, but apparently we do not. So simple machine chassis plus a soul attuned die blend. Okay, well, we have soul attuned die blend and simple machine chassis we can craft. Maybe we can't. What are we missing? Titanium aluminide plates. How do we not have those? Titanium aluminide ingots. Can I make the plates just right here? Okay, well, I mean, that was simple enough. So that was machine chassis, this guy, the simple machine chassis. So we should be able to craft that up, no problem. It is currently doing a hardened cell frame. All right, and then we just have to put the simple machine chassis plus the soul attuned die blend into our induction smelter. All right, now we should be able to make this guy. Very good. Okay, well... Not exactly the way I wanted to do this, so I guess we can move this back. We can place this here. So that'll just be where that always was. And this guy will have to fill up. I'll store all my player XP into here. And now we should be able to get some better liquid XP out of it, or at least the stuff that Ender IO knows about. So this is, it says liquid XP bucket, so maybe it's the same. I honestly don't know what the deal is with that. So clear that out, fill that in. It's still... I wonder, does it only pull the XP when it's crafting? I thought this thing... Alright, well, now that we have that all set up, let's try and make one of these crystals and see what happens here. Maybe it only pulls the XP when it needs to craft. Maybe I did that whole thing needlessly. What is it doing? Did it craft it? Was it really that fast? Oh, did I tell it to craft the wrong thing? I think I might have told it to craft the wrong thing. We want this guy. Okay, well... Okay, so it is only taking the XP when it needs it. Ah, so it might have been fine set up the other way. Yeah, that's one of those quirks. So let's get acceleration cards here. We'll put it into this guy, so it should be able to get that XP in there a lot faster. And there we go. Okay, very good. We also need to get an import bus on this thing. So we can accept those items back into the system. And then let me glass cable. And again, yeah, I'm gonna need to get some more cable anchors here because I don't want these things attaching to places that I don't want them to attach to. So I don't want it to attach there and I don't want it to attach there. So now if we do ME import bus here and cable, that should be just fine. Okay, so now we definitely are doing things the way I want them to do. Okay, so now we have the crystal. Coming down here. Where is it? Right here. Okay, so we need one more of these. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, that goes real fast now. That's perfect. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so let's use a few levels. Now, I can fill that up. We do have all of the solidified XP down below from our old mob farm. So I just need a shift right click bunch of stacks and into my inventory. And then we can fill this thing up. So beyond that, in order to make this, we still need to do a lot more of these things here. So like a weather crystal is vibrant crystals pulsating, and then ender crystal. So that is Enderman soul vials. Oh man. So I think we're kind of at a point now where we're doing good, but we weren't able to craft that item that we wanted to today. That's unfortunate, but we're making good progress. We need to set up automations. Like we have shulkers in the soul vials from rewards and stuff, but we only have a limited supply. So we're going to have to get a way to make more of those shulkers and soul vials. Same thing with the Enderman. Like I could go to the end and fill up a bunch of soul vials, but I think it's better if we just have an automated way of doing that. And there are ways to do that through Ender.io. So we'll definitely have to look at that going forward. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.